Braves and Pirates. Very first batter of the bottom of the first is Ronald Acuña. Acuña takes issue with that inside pitch.
Some words. Oh boy.
Took offense to him going in, fastball in.
You never want a bench clearing in your game, much less the first inning, but if it happens, let it settle, separation of halves, sort it out after. Of course, at the very beginning of the Battle of Atlanta, Rob Drake William Hardy's his way to intercept Acuña, but his crew doesn't get there in time to help, so not much to do but wait it out.
Acuña Jr. out, you're gonna have to...
Me too, dude. Me too.
So now the crew gets together.
Of course, they talk about the pitch that led to it, considering what action to take, if any. They're thinking, is there any history, the heads-up report? I don't know if Josh Donaldson causing a brawl between these two teams in 2019 is even relevant at this point, but it might be. Warnings, ejection, or nothing. Those are your options.
If you're going to give warnings, you got to throw them out.
Are we sure this pitcher isn't just wild? If you've watched us before on prior hit-by-pitch situations, you know the broadcaster's statement runs afoul of the rules, which require intent to eject. If there's no intent, because the rule is called intentionally pitch at batter, you're allowed to warn, but you are not allowed to eject. And that's why we see warnings issued so often, because if the umpires have doubt as to intent, they cannot eject, but they can warn.
Look at this right here. I like this. Oviedo is not going to back down from anybody.
The first inning, he threw 3 or 4 pitches inside there to Ronald, and then they exchanged words. Is that
Yeah.
Ronald's justified to be upset?
Absolutely. Yeah, I would be too if I was him.
We've done the pitch itself. Let's talk about the bench clearing. Again, the manual says any actions deemed necessary, if any. So if there's no punches, the question is eject batter, eject the pitcher for instigating. Are they mutually instigating? I use a math equation which is super unofficial. If it's one person entirely at fault, get him out, throw him out. If it's both of them, you can warn. In this case, the crew opted to do nothing, which they are allowed to do by rule.
He's taken off, and he's out!
We go to the fourth, and
Rob Drake is not the keeper of the pitchcom. You have to go to your pitchcom coordinator.
Another demonstration of pitchcom's reliability. At least there were no game-ending balks this time.
You guys have grinded it out tonight.
Acuña singles, but here comes a hit by pitch. While Shelton changes pitchers, Snitker will get thrown out.
Oh, Snake just got thrown out.
Now he's mad because if the Braves happen to hit a guy, they're going to get tossed.
Yes.
No, there are several problems with the statement. First, of course, this is an ejection for arguing a non-ejection. Warned not to argue, Snitker continued anyway and was thrown out. Rule 602C9 applies both to warnings, non-warnings, and non-ejections alike. The pitch hits the batter. The umpires don't even have time to physically get together before Snit is out yelling at the umpire. So the broadcaster's claim about a pitcher being unable to hit a batter on the Braves without getting ejected is itself not correct, because we have a perfect example of Oviedo hitting a batter right now, not getting tossed. The funny thing, of course, is Snitker is arguing for him to get thrown out, and he's already being removed from the game.
Issue warnings?
No, there wasn't warnings issued.
Were you thinking there were?
No, I knew there wasn't.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you tell your broadcasters that next time?
And guys, as a player, you appreciate that your manager does this, don't you?
I guarantee you Brian Snitker knows there was no intent to that, but...
Which is kind of important because, again, you cannot eject without intent. The situation was the game was tied. This loaded the bases. Yeah, real intentional.
There comes the grand slam.
And now it's really getting heated.
No, we just had a difference of opinion about things, pretty much.
Snitker, the Atlanta manager. Well, you don't see too many good arguments like this in baseball anymore, do you?
He got his money's worth right there.
It's just, yeah, I don't blame him for doing that.